And I arted. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Bold and Beautiful Mini Spotlight and Recap here on JLJ Media. I'm one of your hosts, JLJ, and we're here with the beautiful Tammy Gavea.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
And Amanda Russ, our partner in all things Bold and Beautiful, is having some fun today. So that's all we're going to say. I'm sure she'll tell us about it next in 2 weeks when we come back. Tell us about it. But we say hello to her and to Joe and everybody. Let me make sure the chat room is up. Meanwhile, while you're here, what should they do, Tammy, while they're here?
You know, while you are here, just please be sure to hit that like button, make a comment. We want to know what you think of the show, what you thought of the past week on The Bold and the Beautiful. We really appreciate the engagement and support. So, like, comment, engage.
Yes, please do. Tell us what you think. I don't care. Tell me. You don't like what we say, tell me. I don't care. Tell
Absolutely.
Me. We don't tell anything. So please tell us. I want to tell you, we are on the social medias, of course. We are on the Bold and Beautiful Mini Spotlights on IG. Universe on IG. The Bold_Universe on the Twitter. Bold and Beautiful Universe on Facebook. JLJ Media is everywhere. I want to tell you a couple things before we get started. We won't be on next week. I'm getting the second shot, Moderna shot, so I'm taking the weekend off to see what happens, if I grow an arm or something. And then we'll be back the following week, which is the 25th. And I may have a very special guest coming back for us on the 25th of April. So we're off this week, but we'll be back on the following week. And I'm sure Amanda will be back to you also for that. Lucretia Lyon and Susan Eisenberg started a new amazing thing called SoapCon Live. It begins May 1st. Go to soapconlive.com. They are bringing content to the masses, mainly for free, except for extras. You pay for those. And go there, check it out. They have a lot of stars of yesteryear, soap stars, and stars of today. It's this big project that Lucretia worked on. It's female run and owned. Susan Eisenberg does a voice for Wonder Woman for many different series. And Lucretia is a JLJ Media host here. And JH probably talk more about that later today. So please check that out. Edition Days is on at 3 p.m. Our buddies, Tony Moore is back. We send our hearts went out to him. He lost his father suddenly. It was not planned. So they are back, and they'll be back today. So show him some love anyway. But also check out, a lot happened on Days this week. So go check out what's going on. I was screaming at the TV and some stuff. Check them out on Edition Days, their channel. Kathleen Gotti, Dr. O, is with us. She's a friend of our show and has been on many times over the years. She's back with us today on the GH Mini Spotlight at 4 p.m. with Lucretia. And Frank Moran and I just celebrated 6 years of friendship. So I was just talking about him the other day. I was like, I love Frank Moran. Another one hosts on here on JLJ Media. I think that's all the church. And now we also just had Forever and a Day with us, Ron Isser. That's out now. And we have the Y&R. Mini Spotlight, me and Tammy Gavea did that. That's out now. Oh, and one last thing. My latest series, The Easter Hare, which Tammy was on, the crazy season finale is out now. It's a crazy ending. It's totally crazy. We had a fun time filming this whole series. Great cast. Got to meet some of the cast members actually this week in LA. And we had a great time, but the series ends today. The season ends today. Hopefully next season. That's out today. I think it's everything. Okay. You got your first shot, Simone? Good. Your arm, arm's hurt. I'm just hurt. Now it's fine. I had a sore arm for a day and then went away. The second shot I heard might be, but I'm gonna stay hydrated. I was told everybody hydration is key in many ways.
Interesting.
Gatorade,
okay, good
water.
to know.
That's what I was told. And I think this would help me and my family not have any complications. None of us got really sick or crazy or anything. I didn't get flu. Like I said, I had extreme fatigue. So I ended up sleeping a lot.
Yeah, I get my first shot.
I'm tired all the time. What do you say, Tammy?
My first shot is scheduled for next week. So
yes.
We'll see.
Thank you, Kenneth. Tammy and I are amazing. Thank you. But yes. So I'm just talking about I heard this from my doctor friends. Hydration before and after, and during and after is key. I did back and forth between Gatorade or Powerade and water. Not just all water, because you want to wash it all. You need the electrolytes in your system. You don't want to wash them all out. I'm a former nurse. I know that part also. But I say that. So I don't know. I think it helped me. Okay. And rest. If you need rest, rest. Like, don't fight it.
Yeah, I'm taking the day off, so.
Yeah, just take it off. I'm sure y'all should be fine. I mean, it's just one of those things, like, it's most of us, we didn't have any real major anything. But people had problems. Okay, so this show, I will say, Tammy Dacavea, there have been, the last year or so of the show, for as much as they have done they went back on some old things and repeated things or whatever, they have done some things that were very different. They really have. The mannequin, all stuff, that's very different turns. You and I and Amanda have changed our positions on characters. I mean, like, a lot. There's some things that have just totally gone down. Like, okay, bold. You're being bold.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. The bar, you raised the bar and have met expectations. And
this week was no exception. So we got to talk about, everybody started talking about it already. I guess we'll just start with the big story, because the other one's kind of more a funny storyline. No Paris thing. I was laughing really hard. I think we got to talk about this first one. So Vinny's dead, kids. Vinny's dead.
Did you hear about Vinny?
Dead.
That's an ode to Michael Mattis.
We love Michael Mattis. Hi, Michael Mattis. And so for me, I had a feeling that might happen. Didn't know how or why. I had a feeling something was going to happen to him.
Okay, listen. Who goes out walking on Mulholland? I mean, Bill said Bel Air, and we know those roads.
We know exactly. Those roads.
They're friggin' pitch black, yes. Curvy, James Dean killed himself type road. You do not go walking on these roads in the middle of the night dressed in black, because what will happen? Exactly what happened to Vinny. So when it comes to Bill saying, what kind of idiot is walking around in the middle of the night on these roads? I'm like, I'm right there with you. Yeah.
I was like, that was such a old soap cliche, but it was such a shocking one. For example, like, I didn't see that coming. I mean, I was just like, I didn't see that coming.
But you know what's funny? Every time, especially on General Hospital, every time they get into a car,
they do. You're right.
You know something's going to go down. It's either weddings or when someone gets into a motor vehicle, whether it's a motorcycle, right, with Stephanie and her accidents.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? We just know something is going to go wrong. But I couldn't imagine, like, they get into the car. Liam is feeling so good about what happened.
He's great. Right? He's great.
And then, it completely surprised me.
He was having the best week ever, and all of a sudden, that was it. Out of the kid, it changed. And I wrote this. I think I wrote down what he said. I write down. I thought I wrote that. He had a line that was like very soap line, like, nothing's gonna stop us from being. And I was like, oh, it's funny. He's a drug dealer, Tammy. He could have been making a drop. They're not. Okay, so I want to tell you something. Last night I drove up to Grids Observatory. Windy roads in Los Feliz. These are very similar in Bel Air. I have friends in Bel Air. I know those roads. We know those roads. I know. When he said, I know. And that view, it was a faux view of LA, but it really was very realistic.
Yeah, it was.
It was very realistic. Thanks, props to the department who did that. But it was like, there's no really way to walk there either. So there's no. This was completely dramatic license.
There's no sidewalks. There's no pedestrian anything.
No. I've never seen anybody walk there. I've never seen anybody walk on there.
No, because you don't.
No, yeah. So I know. Okay, this is just a little plot device. Okay, set that aside. But I did think about that when I go. Us LA people, we know this, so I put it aside. But then it actually happened, and so Vinny was alive at first. Still, it was kind of.
Is that just horrible? Like the way they position, I felt so bad for the actor. Right, because his body was all like
Tortured.
unless he does yoga and is limber that way, his body was all mangled and tangled in these directions. I was just like, oh, this is really grotesque.
Yes. And remember when Emma died a couple years ago, same thing. She was alive at first too, saw Thomas's eyes, and then she was all, I mean, they live for a little bit before they don't get to live for a little bit. I'm looking forward to the hot dog eating detective again. What's his name? My buddy.
Oh, that's right.
Brown. That's Daniel Brown.
Call him our mini Columbo.
Yes, we love him. Yeah, hopefully he'll come back. But it was let's rewind a little bit, because that was the end result, besides the whining of Liam to Bill and that whole thing the rest of the week. Hope and Liam kissed.
Right.
How did you feel about that?
Well, that would never have happened had it not been for Brooke storming into the office, cornering Liam and saying, you need to take action. Thomas is psychotic. He's obsessed with my daughter. And I have a whole bunch of thoughts on that conversation. But, Liam took action. I mean, granted, the date with Beth was planned, but he kind of was bold for Liam. He met the bold expectations and went in for the kiss. And
but see, I'm pissed. I'm just pissed because I'm bitter and salty. You did her wrong, and so I'm just like, of course she still loves you, because she didn't want to. You did her wrong. She didn't do you wrong. She didn't want to leave this. She was happy to be married. And everybody keeps talking about what she's done in the past. It doesn't matter. This marriage counts for this marriage. During this marriage, she was faithful.
Yep.
This marriage, she was into Liam. We can't talk about the past and what's been done. Two wrongs to make a right. This marriage, she was into him. He stepped out on her. No matter what reason. Again. There's clearly something there between him and Stephanie still. And clearly it's something with him and Hope. He's probably in love with two women, whatever. That's been kind of said, established, and seen. The kiss, to me, I was just like, I'm not excited. I'm not rooting for them. I'm not rooting for them.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm rooting for them. It's just a hope that Liam is the love of her life. It's like Brooke and Ridge.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to see Brooke with Ridge. But the bottom line is she's not going to be with anyone else. Ridge is it for her. Yeah. And I think it's the same with Hope. I think Liam is her end game forever. And, it'll be like Ghost. Even if something happens to Liam, Hope will just never, ever marry again or whatever. Because Liam, we don't know what Liam has. He's got some kind of special something.
I say must have a golden penis, because I don't know what.
You said it.
I said it. These women just fall over it. Apparently.
I know. And anyway, so I like Thomas. I just want to see Hope happy.
Right, and Thomas has not. And somebody said in the chat room, there's Simone. He has not asked Hope out. He hasn't moved in on her. He hasn't done anything. He has feelings for her. Clearly, he does.
He's made it clear to her. He said, "I love you." Yeah. He's not hiding anything.
No, he's not. He hasn't. But he has not done nothing. He hasn't had to manipulate anything. He hasn't done anything. And the folks are still, for Tammy to defend him, Thomas, it's a big deal. For her to defend Thomas.
Here's what I'm scared of.
Okay.
And I don't know if you thought about this.
Okay.
Do you think Thomas is going to get set up to take the fall for this?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Because I know when Dr. Finn, who would do this, then do this and then hit and run, and who his wheels are spinning, like who has the motive to do this? Obviously he's going to think of Thomas first.
Yeah, first.
Because of Thomas's history.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I think Finn is going to be the one to start putting pieces of the puzzle together. Thomas and Liam obviously are the two with the motive, potential motive. Mm-hmm. Finn doesn't know this about Liam, but we do. Liam is incapable of keeping the secret.
Oh yeah,
He's not his father.
No.
This is impossible. He's not going to. Old Thomas would have absolutely been capable of keeping this secret. So I'm wondering if the storyline's going to go in that direction where they're going to set up Thomas to take the fall for
They all
this.
agree with you. And Chapman are all saying, yeah, Tammy, yes, Tammy, I do, Tammy, I do,
And
Tammy.
Hope is going to be the one to defend Thomas. Hope
Yes.
is going to be the one,
Yes.
in his corner. And maybe this will completely change the dynamics between them.
I'm not rooting for Liam and Hope. That's all I gotta say. I'm going back to that. I'm not rooting for them. Everything you said makes sense to me, and I would go that direction. I'm not rooting for Liam and Hope. I'm just not. I just feel like I'm kind of rooting for Finn and Steffi, of course. It's kind of weird, right? Because she cheated too. But I kind of like Finn's puppy dogness towards Steffi. I mean, he's just in love. He don't care. He's in love with her.
He's got that doggy unconditional devotion.
Yes, and that scene between him and Hope was an interesting conversation. I saw them, I said, I never really seen them together. Like, not really. They don't really talk. And so when they talked, and she was so earnest, it's like, how do you do it? Like,
yeah, but it's not the same because he doesn't have the history with Stephanie with Steffi. I hate calling her Stephanie. That Hope has with Steffi and Lee. If Finn had been around for the past 10 years and seen the ping pong action, he wouldn't be with Steffi right now.
That's probably true.
No. This is the first time this has ever happened to him. So he's going to obviously be more forgiving and benefit of the doubt. And okay, let's just move on from this, especially because now we have a child involved. But it's different with Hope.
That's true. But it was interesting to see them talk. It's like they're talking.
Yeah, totally.
Interesting. And Brooke and Bill talking about their kids.
Yeah.
Kind of cute. I still root for them. I
totally root for them. Are you kidding?
It was kind of cute. It was like, see, we can talk like, okay, why can't our kids do this? It's like, I see so much chemistry between, Don Diamont has chemistry with everybody. He has chemistry with the water bottle. I mean, he could put him in a water bottle, he'll be fine. I mean, I'd be turned on. I mean, he's just so hot anyway, matter. But
I loved when he said to her, I hope you don't mind if I have a drink. She's like, I don't care.
I know. I was like,
whatever, I don't care.
I know. I'm glad Rich didn't bust in. I'm glad it was just those two talking about their kids. I mean, literally talking about their kids. Because they are still connected. They're all still connected. And Simone says, I would have more respect for Brooke if she had said once, I don't want Liam with my daughter either, but it's better than Thomas. Ashley Morgan says, I definitely see Thomas and Hope getting closer. Yeah, I do too. I think you hit it on the head. I think that's what's going to happen on some level. I forgot about the part of they're going to probably pin it on. And Bill is ruthless and he hates Thomas and Ridge. So that's his way of doing it. But it's just like watching Scott Clifton is just, he's amazing. I look at his work, and on Twitter, he's hilarious on Twitter. If you don't follow Clifton's notes, he's hilarious. He's so mealy-mouthed. And he fainted. When they had him faint, I laughed so hard. And Bill's just like, what the F? Like, I got nothing to deal with you now at the same time. Like, it was, oh my God, I just started laughing. In the middle of all this, I started to laugh. Because he was like, I was like, why is he fainting? All of a sudden, he fainted. And he pulls him in the car, and it was, oh my God. So, Scott Clifton gets dumped on, by fans all the time. And thank God he has a good sense of humor. He's doing his job, and he does it obviously so well. We don't like him. That's the whole point. I don't like Liam. I'm just like, he's so just like, it's like, I just would like slap him. And Bill was just like, no, MFer, you're not doing this. You're not doing that. You're not doing this. You're not, and everybody in chat was saying it's Bill, it's Don's Emmy submissions. It's
Bill taking the wallet and Vinnie's phone.
Yes.
Now this is from hubby's perspective.
Oh, okay. Ernie. Okay, Ernie. Hi, Ernie.
He sees this happening. Bill throws it over the cliff. And he's like, hello. His fingerprints are all over that phone and wallet now.
Yes.
Bill thinks he's got everything covered, everything is taken care of, except the fact that his fingerprints are now all over the phone and the wallet, which will be found.
Right, of course.
It's going to be found.
And so then Bill will be a suspect before. I think Liam will be the last person. Everyone will be all these suspects, and then Liam. They'll go to Bill. Well, Bill, we need to bring you for questioning. Your fingerprints are all over the wallet and the phone.
Yeah.
Why did you try to get rid of them?
Yeah.
He said, "I can get rid of the car too." We're gonna do a car. How you gonna get rid of a car?
Selling it to the Saudi.
Right? I guess so. Right? He's like, I get rid of the car next. I'm like, how are you gonna do that? I guess your bill. You do it.
Yeah.
Your dollar bill.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
But man, James, those scenes when Bill is yelling at Liam,
Yes.
like having that kind of force in your face is intimidating, to say the least. But at the end of the day, again, Liam is incapable of he can't have the secret. He can't do the secret. He can't even hide how he feels.
Yeah.
It's good that he canceled his lunch with Hope, because it would have just been a hot mess.
Oh yeah.
But oh my God, those scenes were so intense.
They weren't, as I said, everybody's saying Emmy nomination for Don. So Don's always good. So I mean, we know that, but those were very much, and but I say again, I look at Scott Clifton, I just look at him.
His performances were just insane. Like when
agree.
he's hyperventilating and he's leaning over the chair, like his face is red, his good hair is like hanging in his face. I was hyperventilating. It's like, where's my paper bag?
Right, I know.
This dude's having an anxiety attack right now. It was amazing. Scott. Holy moly.
Yeah, I agree.
So good.
He's turning it out. He's doing good. So I guess we'll find out what happens there. But like Tabby said, I agree with her. I don't have to do predictions. My thing is that it's all going to come out. I mean,
it's all going to come out
somehow. I mean, it's going to come out.
So it's got to work for Thomas's favor.
Yes.
Right. Is Hope going to blame Liam for any of this? For not coming forward? Like, I don't know. I just don't know if there's anything Liam can ever do to turn Hope against him. It may just be another obstacle in their path, but I don't think it's going to be enough to turn her to Thomas. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't either. I don't know.
Brooke would never frame Thomas. Right? It's not like Bill is going to go to Brooke and tell her what happened. Like if something happens and he's backed into a corner and he goes to Brooke and says, here's what happened. It's not like the two of them would work together to conspire against Thomas, right? She wouldn't do that to Ridge.
Really?
But let me tell you, she was pissing me off. Brooke was like, girl, you need to take a chill pill.
Everybody agrees. I saw that earlier in the chat room.
And I love, we love Brooke, beyond the beyond, but she was out of control.
She was
out of control.
She was extra this week. It's like, calm down, girl. Extra. But no, she was. And it's kind of like, and so everybody keeps mentioning that Liam, because they're screaming at me. Liam told Hope that he could kill Vinnie after the truth came out. I don't even think Hope's even gonna think about that. I think it's gonna be a shock to her. I just think other factors are gonna come into play. Liam can't keep his mouth shut. He can't hide his stuff.
No, it's impossible.
I don't even think Hope has to even guess, or it's gonna come out somehow. He's gonna look so guilty somehow. It's gonna be, but I think Bill's gonna do what he can to protect his son. So Thomas, watch out. Whoever else, watch out.
Brooke is doing whatever she needs to do to protect Hope. Bill is doing to protect
the enemy of her enemy is my friend. It's kind of like we have our past, our history, but she hates Thomas. She clearly hates Thomas still.
Oh my God.
He hasn't even done anything. I'm not saying she can't mean, I understand why in the past, but he literally has not done anything. He hasn't done anything. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, her being suspicious, I get it. I feel like I get that. That's why I get being suspicious. But it's all been Liam has done everything.
Yep.
That's just a fact. Liam has done everything.
When Brooke looked at Thomas and said, "You will never be with my daughter," and Catherine Kelly Lang, the tears, the ferocity in her eyes, "You will never be with my daughter." I was like, oh,
Okay. I love when Brooks on defense. I love when she's
my
like,
God. Like I would love to know what Matthew Atkinson was feeling like.
I know.
Like being able to engage with that kind of stuff. Oh my God, it's gold.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And I'd say when Tom said to identify Vinnie, wow, what a moment. I mean, seriously, that was a heartbreak. It's weird. We saw Vinnie and him be friends. We saw their friendship.
And he even said to Hope, no matter what Vinny's done, I know it was all messed up, but at the end of the day, he's my best friend. I don't wish him ill. I don't wish something bad on him, like, regardless of what he's done. Yeah. So I just feel I feel.
I did. I thought it was a very, I mean, Matthew Atkinson, if he's not nominated for an Emmy this year, there's a travesty. He's done such amazing work this year. Big scenes, small scenes, lead, no lead.
Yeah.
I just think he's done such great work. I'm impressed by him more and more. And now we got a chance to know him even a little more. We have an interview with him that's doing this. You can catch it now on here. Matthew Atkinson. He really delves into the character. He
really does. There's so many nuances. When Brooke was all up in his face, he was just looking at her. You could see in his eyes, and you could see there was just a slight move of his head that showed, what is she talking about? Like, there was just so much going on that you can see in the eyes. That's phenomenal.
Yeah. And you could tell, like one part of him wants to snap her neck, but the other part of him, he wants to. But the other part of him is like the little wounded boy. And there's much going on with Thomas, and that's what's so interesting. I mean, all the male characters, like I said, they get on our nerves. Liam, like going back to him and Bill, being that scared boy, broken man, genuinely hurt that he killed somebody. I mean, I can tell that was in there too. He didn't mean to, obviously, but having to man up, so to speak. His father's telling him, "You got to pull it together." And he's just like, "It's not me. This is not him. It says he knows his whole life has been changed, whether it comes out or not. It's just been changed forever."
Yeah.
And Scott Clifton conveyed that in Liam to me. Like I said, the anxiety attack, the nervousness. It's again, these actors. I mean, they're really into it. And I just say, Bone Beautiful has had some of the best acting in years recently. I think recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of same with like Susan Flannery, type caliber acting is happening. I think right now, especially with the guys. I think the guys are stepping it up. Whether you like them or not, the characters or not, they're stepping it up. That's why we're talking. That's why we're all screaming at each other, for fun, obviously. But that's what's going on. And I have to give both people credit. I mean, we were shaking our heads this time last year with some of the stuff.
Because it just seems so repetitive.
Right.
Storylines and the choices that the writers are making. It's just like, okay, we've seen this for years and years and years. Can we move on, please? Finally, they've moved on. And oh my God. Liam had a small window of time from the time that Bill went to bed and came back from his run. That was the window that Liam should have gone to the police station.
Yes.
But he just sat on the couch and played the tormented soul.
Pillows.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, but I was laughing.
I know what that reminds me too. I chuckled.
What is that little tantrum? What is that tantrum?
The tantrum heard around the world.
Oh my God.
I laughed. I'm sorry, folks.
I laughed. I was like, oh. And then, but it was funny when Liam said, you should have called the police like any normal human being. And I was laughing.
I know.
Like,
I
this
know.
is your father. This is a dollar bill. He's
Right.
not a normal human
To
being.
me, you should know this
No.
by now. You should totally know this by now. It was amazing. It was. So they went that direction. Vinny is dead.
Yeah.
He didn't survive. Now to
And I thought for a minute he was.
Me too.
Because he saw Liam and Bill at the
Yes.
scene. I
Yes.
thought, okay, maybe he'll be in a coma and come back and say, you left.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
And that whole thing. But they killed him. He done dead. Kenneth says bring him back as a twin. Sure, why not? A lawyer or something. But no, but he's dead. Now there's a death. Liam killed him, but it's all accidental, which will come out later too, of course. It's all accidental. But Bill covered it up. There's just a storyline galore. There's storyline galore come out of this. There's so much to come out of this. So we will see how that goes.
Yeah.
The only other storyline that was really, which I kind of like a little bit. Zoe and Quinn.
Right.
I did not see that coming. Again, they shocked me. They totally. I mean, I've been watching soap since the beginning of time, and again, they shocked me. I was like, those two, okay. And this Rita Sofer is so delicious as Quinn, and she's so comical and diabolical at the same time. I love it, and I thought this is fun. She's now mentoring another evil person. That made me laugh.
I was surprised though about how remorseful Zoe was.
And she said that. You have a conscience.
I almost would have preferred if Zoe was a little bit more diabolical about it. Like I would have preferred if she relished it just a little bit more, as opposed
I think what they're doing what they did on General Hospital. Sorry, people, quick. Peter. I'm liking evil Peter. But for so long, they kept straddling the fence.
Mm-hmm.
I can do it with Zoe. They're still trying to help, but they're trying to keep Zoe not completely evil, I guess.
I don't know if they want, to throw out morsels to fans so that she's still, likable on some level and not completely hated. But I don't need those morsels. I would just prefer her to be who she is. And,
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I would want to, so I'm saying, I kind of feel like they're doing the same thing. Like, well, she won't be all the way a villainess, even though the show needs one, but they won't do it all the way. Right. We're gonna try. I feel like Zoe, why not just let her go? Just go bad girl. Let her go bad girl.
Just do it.
Just do it. And I say have her seduce Carter and still be a bad girl. Still try to keep Zendi, get away from Parrot. Why not?
Do it.
And our new duo of Quinn and Zoe. Sure, why not?
Kiara would love it. From an actor's point of view, Kiara would friggin' eat that up and go to town with it. She'd be amazing.
Oh, I know. It's and Quinn is so funny. She's like that whole bathroom, that whole stomach thing, I was crying.
And I was so curious because she kept talking about the sounds from Eric's stomach. I'm like, how are they going to do this? What's it going to sound like?
Hilarious. I've had those sounds. Like, I know. But it was just funny. Again, they surprised us with like a regular slice of life. Our man's a little older. And of course, she would need something for his stomach. Although I have stomach issues here and there. I understand that. And I think it's really hilarious. Quinn had it. And then the way Quinn did it, she didn't say, do this.
No.
Here you go. She was like, I'm going to go over here for a minute. I'll be right back. And she was smiling. Here's the jar.
Here's the drink. I'm going to go pat on my nose.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'll be back. It was hilarious. I love the way he did that. And that Zoe did it. And that Zende made the place like Paris. But what
do you think about Zende in Paris?
I don't feel the chemistry.
I'm not feeling it either.
I don't feel any chemistry. I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything for them. Yeah. I don't think they're the right couple. And again, off the shoulder numbers, Tammy, because that's so everybody can wear some off the shoulder on CBS. I mean, that was going on here. I mean, they're all wearing off the shoulder now. Like, I mean, is that the in? I don't know if is that an in trend or is that just them?
I think it's just them, or
I think
maybe
so.
it's a budget issue and they can't finish completing the outfit. I don't know.
All I
But
see is shoulder. All I see is shoulder in all women.
but I love the boots. I mean, I did like the outfit. I love the she had the like these patent
Yeah.
leather boots on with it. That was very Paris. Yeah.
And I agree with you guys. Having to go back to the office made no sense.
No, like why? You don't you're feeling like poo. Why are you going back to the office? That's like what? Come on.
I know. I know. I would go home, clearly, take care of
Yeah,
that.
or have it be the next day and she runs
Yes.
into to
Yes.
Zoe then and tells her, but not the same night.
That was weird. Everybody agrees that was just very weird. But I was laughing very hard. I don't know what that herbal connection is or whatever. I don't know what that was. But I was just like, okay, make sure I don't try that. That's a little crazy.
And then and then when Zende texted Paris and then Paris said, "Oh, well maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. Maybe it's okay, still okay between Zende and I." And Zoe was in the chair. Yeah. Hmm.
Didn't work.
Didn't work. So now what are you going to do?
That puffy part of Paris' dress was not necessary. Even that big ball over here, big Cinderella ball. Yeah, puff. That's somebody I know. We look at it's a show off fashion, so of course we look at it. And a lot of times they have cute outfits, but I was like, no, I was like, oh, I didn't care for it.
Yeah.
But no, but yeah, so I don't. So that one, they're still pushing the Zen. So now it seems like they're going to do a triangle. I guess she's done with Carter. I guess that's it. When Quinn talked to her about that and said, you know, so yeah, so people here don't like you, obviously, because that's their best friends. That you work for them. Don't get to you. Like just we got to work it out. And Quinn knows all about that. She knows exactly. So I think it was just, to me, it was just amusing. It was amusing, but I agree with you, Tammy. They need to make her just a bad girl.
Yeah.
Let's go full out. Let's go full out.
Just do
Because when she
it.
talked to Paris, really, that's what happened. It can be comical. It can be a comical bad girl. I mean, we like our bad girls to make us laugh, but that's no problem with that. I mean, but she's kind of like, yeah, so that happened. Oh my God. I mean, and I was kind of chuckling, but you're right, they're holding back.
Yeah.
They're not
It's just
they're not,
confusing. It's
yeah.
confusing from a viewer's point of view. Like just
Because for me, so now she's going for Zende. Is she fully going? I'm confused. Is she fully going for him now? Is Carter done?
I don't think she's going for Zende. I think she's after Paris. I think whatever makes Paris happy, she wants to sabotage. Or at least
Because,
the writers should commit to that as opposed to
right.
having her straddle the fence. I'm like, well, she is my sister. And we used to play a lot of pranks on each other, but nothing like this. Like, whatever.
Right. No, she's not done with trying to get Carter back. Are you sure, Shonda? Are you
I don't
sure?
think I agree. I don't think she's done with trying to get Carter back.
I hope she's not. I hope she's not. I hope I want to see. I want to see how that goes. I mean, like, but I just feel like all of a sudden. So maybe you're right. Maybe it's more about not letting.
Paris.
Well, Quinn said it. So she used to walk away with everything, and you lost the man and
Yeah.
respected the job. So Quinn is totally playing into this. But I was saying a little on side. I was like, Quinn, be careful because Zoe's a little crazy. She's a little crazy back there. Be careful. You never know what's going to happen there either.
Yeah.
Or Zoe, be careful because don't try to cross Quinn. That's you don't want to do that, Zoe, either. You don't want to cross Quinn. So, but interesting pairing. Did not see that coming either. That was just like, oh, okay, why not? Do that. Now bring back some John McCooks with some Eric. Get him a storyline. Be happy for that. I'll be happy for that. That literally was the only two storylines. Literally just those two things that kind of happened. That one very big, one very funny.
So I'm assuming Jacqueline's off the canvas for a while having her baby.
Yeah, her baby. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's kind of a weird thing that Steffi and Kelly went to Paris and like, oh, okay, she must be on maternity leave then.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So I mean, she's off right now, but she'll be back. She has some fun. If you follow her on TikTok or Instagram Reels, she's really funny. So yeah, Zoe needs to stop blaming Paris, but that's what some people do. They don't take responsibility for their own stuff. They blame someone else. It's all classic, right? It's all classic stuff that people do all the time. So I agree with you guys up there. That's our show for today. But
That's it. Yeah.
it was easy breezy this week, so that was kind of but that's good. Terry, where they can find you on the social medias?
So Instagram, Tammy.Govea, and Facebook and Twitter, Tammy Govea. Follow, like, comment, engage.
Yes, and the Bold and Beautiful podcast is Amanda's podcast with her partner, and I don't know what episodes are coming out or anything, but just follow them, follow her for her stuff. You follow JLJ Media for everything. I also want to announce that if you're a YNR fan, this Wednesday I'm sitting down with Eric Braden at 1 p.m. All of a sudden, I got sirens over here down the street. Also, if you're a Guiding Light fan, I'm sitting down with the amazing actress Melissa Hayden on Thursday at 3 p.m. live on Extra Connections here on JLJ Media. She played Bridget, and she was Bridget Reardon. I loved her storyline. So she's a okay. Sorry, everybody. Got fire engines saving lives.
Helicopters.
Something happening in LA. That's at 3 p.m. of course with her. And if you're a Guiding Light fan, tune in for that. We're going to talk about all things Guiding Light and her character. I loved her storylines. It's a personal favorite of mine, so it makes me happy I get to talk with her and Eric Braden, both another favorite of mine. So I get to talk with them. And I'm working on stuff for you. And I have a new series called Fairview Heights, debuting on Wednesday this week also. Very interesting series. We filmed an episode that made me cry, actually. My actress made me cry. So I want you to check that out. It's a relationship between a gay man and a straight man who are best friends. And it's a coming out story. It's very, my actors were very, very good. I was very touching. That's an audio drama. And Manchester Avenue is out now also. I've always audio dramas forever and a day, Mondays and Fridays. Easter Hair's out, it's finishing today. There's all kinds of stuff going on JLJ Media. So just make sure you subscribe here or subscribe on any audio platform.
Yes.
Bone Beautiful Rewind is on Fridays. Dirty Deeds are on Fridays. I got all kinds of stuff going on. So lots of soapy goodness, as I always say. So check us out. And her, Some Like It Classic is out on Thursdays. And you can check her out at Like It Classic on all social media platforms. On your platform. So follow her there. If you like old Hollywood and good stories, follow her there. So everything, you guys. Like I said, we will not be here next week, but we'll be back on the 25th, possibly with a guest. So thanks for watching us so much. Thanks for all the love, the more beautiful stuff you do for me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tammy, and everybody. And we'll see you. Have a good week.